What's going on, everybody? Avatar here, and today we're diving into the ultimate prismatic Titan build. This build is versatile, super easy to use, has insane damage and great survivability, plus you can use either frost armor, an overshield, amplified, woven mail, or restoration depending on how you want to tweak it for yourself, but it has it all. So we're going to break this down step by step so you can see how to get the most out of this meta Titan build. Let's jump in. First, we are going to be rocking Stoicism exotic class item, but before you click away because you don't have the class item just yet, check out our Discord below and we can help you get it, and we'll run Dual Destiny and help you get the class item that you need for it. This is a beast for a few different reasons. Spirit of Star Eaters overcharges your super when you pick up Orbs of Power, stacking up to 6 times, which gives you an insane increase of 70% to your super damage. Then, pairing it with Spirit of Eternal Warrior grants you bonus weapon damage after your super ends, as long as that weapon matches the same element that your super is. So, for example, after we use Thunder Crash, you're going to get a 4 times weapon surge boost on any arc weapon you're using. No surge mods required, and over 20 seconds of insane DPS from your arc weapon, which is going to it's going to free up some leg mods. But let's take a look. Let's take this build to the next level because it's all about Orbs of Power. From overcharging your super to fully taking advantage of it, it's about orbs, and I mean you're going to generate a crazy amount of orbs, and here's how you're going to do that. First, you're going to be wanting using a primary weapon with attrition orbs, like Multi-Mock for example. This is going to generate Orbs of Power on sustained damage. Attrition orbs is key to this build for so many reasons, but basically, creating Orbs of Power and sustained damage is awesome, and if you don't like an SMG, you can also use the Stasis Auto Rifle from the past season. It comes with attrition orbs as well. If you haven't gotten Multi-Mock though, all you gotta do is go to the Banshee in the tower. He has this exact role. Not only is it attrition orbs, it also has kinetic tremors. So by creating Orbs of Power and sustained damage, you're also gonna be creating shockwaves that deal damage to the target and nearby targets on sustained damage as well. For our special weapon, we are using the Velocity Baton from Vesper's Host. This Void GL is utterly fantastic, and it has attrition orbs as well. So this is an amazing area denial frame GL, just like Wither Horde, but its legendary counterpart. Since it creates a pool of void damage on the ground, you can damage multiple targets at once and create multiple orbs with attrition orbs all at the same time. And if you get lucky, you can roll it with Unrelenting as well, which will trigger health regen when you rapidly defeat targets. And higher targets count as multiple defeats. So it can basically be a really good lifesaver when your health gets low in in-game content. But let's double dip into orb generation. With attrition orbs, we're also going to be pairing it with a kinetic siphon and a void siphon mod. So creating Orbs of Power on rapid defeats using Multi-Mock or the GL, just generating multiple orbs, you can basically create 2 orbs on 1 kill. When you pair attrition orbs with siphon mods matching those weapons, you are going to be able to generate hundreds, and I mean hundreds of orbs. So you remember earlier when I said that we don't have to run surge mods thanks to Eternal Warrior? Here's what we're doing instead. To take advantage and maximize the benefits of the orbs that we're creating, on our legs, we're going to be running Absolution, Recuperation, and Better Already. So, every time we pick up an Orb of Power, you're going to get quicker ability cooldowns from Absolution, and a small bump in health and health regeneration from Recuperation and Better Already. Plus, thanks to Facet of Purpose, you're going to get Amplified, Restoration, Frost Armor, Overshield, or Woven Mail depending on the damage type of your super. So, it's really a jack of all trades and a Swiss Army knife with this build. Now, let's talk about the super and our heavy. Remember, as long as your super damage type and your heavy damage type match, you're going to get the most out of this build. For me, we're going with Thunder Crash. This one and done super is ridiculously strong. Plus, you're going to get a huge boost in damage thanks to Star Eaters. And also, to take advantage of Eternal Warrior and that 4-time surge, we are tossing on the Prospector Arc GL, which recently got a buff. Don't knock it till you try it, folks. This year 1 GL is utterly insane. its intrinsic trait, Excavation, is going to generate 3 cluster bombs on top of the normal grenade shot, and on defeats, it's going to create an arc explosion. The damage here is insane, I promise you. People stick to Chill Inhibitor, I get it, it's good, but Prospector is slept on for sure. And this is going to sync up so well with that 4x weapons bonus from Eternal Warrior. You're going to have insane damage. Seriously, the synergy and damage output here is utterly phenomenal. Okay, so let's dive into the subclass though. Of course, we're on Titan. We're going with a Consecration knockout build. And I know, it is getting nerfed soon, but Consecration plus knockout is still going to be a relatively decent pick, even with the nerf, solely because you're going to have 3 charges still. When you pair it with Frenzied Blade, 3 melee charges, the ability to ignite enemies, and getting health regen from knockout is still going to be a viable option. Grenade-wise though, you can kind of pick whatever you want. I would recommend going with a Stasis or a Strain Grenade. Personally, I like to go with the Glacial Grenade to help fill up on our Darkness Transcendence meter, plus it pairs well with a certain prismatic fragment. That Facet of Ruin is going to increase the damage when shattering a Stasis Crystal or a frozen target. And we're also going to be pairing it with Facet of Dawn to give us Radiant on powered melee final blows, boosting up our damage even more. There's also Facet of Balance. When rapidly defeating targets, this generates melee energy on light damage and darkness energy on grenade damage. So, of course, we got to be using Facet of Protection because let's run around and be dumb. We want to be able to survive as much as possible, so this is going to give us a little bit of survivability and damage reduction from that. But all these pieces work together to give you a top tier damage output and survivability build. Now let's get into the rest of the mods. Gauntlet wise, we're running heavy handed to create orbs of power on melee kills, fastball to throw grenades quicker, and impact induction to reduce grenade cooldown when we get powered melee hits. For the chest mods, I always recommend matching the damage type for any activity that you're doing for resistance, and maybe throwing on a reserve mod for your special or heavy. Finally, for our class item mods, we're going to be using Outreach, which is going to reduce melee cooldown when we use our class ability. We're also going to be tossing on Reaper, because shortly after we use our class ability, our next weapon final blow will create yet another orb of power. Next, we're going to be using Proximity Ward. Reason being is that in-game content finishers can be a clutch move, which is going to grant you a 200 HP overshield for the duration of your super animation, which is just going to help you survive just a little bit longer. So not only do you deal massive damage, you're going to have great survivability, generate hundreds of orbs, all while keeping some abilities in check, but you can literally use whatever super you want, change your weapons around to match it. If you want to use Chill Inhibitor and Glacial Quake, go for it. If you want to use Edge Transit and Twilight Arsenal, you can. This build will still work. It's going to adapt to any loadout and any type of content that you want to play. Honestly, this Titan build might be the best one I've ever used. It's perfect for solo play or any other activity that you really want to jump into. And we've got a dim link down below if you want to try it out for yourself or even tweak it to the playstyle you like to enjoy. And hey, if you're looking for a community to play with, come join our Discord. Link for that will be in the description. We do have a lot of people in there wanting to start a fire team or even help you do any type of activity you want to get done. Or come join my fire team. I stream over on Twitch Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and every time we're live, we're always playing with chat, whether it's dungeons, raids, GMs, Iron Banner, whatever it may be. We also throw in some private matches in there to have some fun, so feel free to join us as well. That's the build, folks. Feel free to check it out. Leave a comment down below if you're going to use it or tweak it for yourself, but thank you for watching. If you have made it to the end, I appreciate it more than I can say. Don't forget to leave a like. Feel free to subscribe if you want more content, and hit the bell. You don't want to miss out on that content. But until then, I will catch you all in the next one.